Hey there guys, today I want to talk to you about this build that I've been playing. This is a review for Pohx. He made a crit freezing pulse build. He didn't really play it this patch, but he did make the build, and I want to talk about it a little bit and my thoughts on it so far. I'm currently level 89, so I think he had this build to 90, so we're in a pretty good place. I will have the link to his YouTube video below in the description. That way you guys can go to that video, see the build fully ran, and see how that's explained. So, alright, let's get to it. First thing I want to say is the gear I have is pretty good for the build. He didn't really specify what kind of weapon to use. I used a crit dagger with increased cast speed, with as much crit chance and just a straight DPS as much as I could. Starkanja's is really good. Evasion and the high max life with the global evasion rating. With the crit chance and attack speed is good for the faster attacks for 40% increased freeze pulse damage. This thing, when I bought it, was only, I think, 1x, so not too bad. Just a high-end DPS shield. This is a life build, so cheapest amulet right now is the JD amulet. You can get the Helcon, but it's a little expensive, but it'll definitely increase the strength for this build. Just some regular rings, nothing too special, just cap resists. This one has a little cold damage. Perfect form Zodiac. It's very important for damage mitigation. Adds a shitload of evasion, adds phase acrobatics, and it removes the mana reservation off for Arctic armor. And since this is a mind over matter, you're gonna really want that. And you'll see how that comes into play as we're playing. Probably best in slot if you can't afford Skyforts would be Mute Wind Whispers, but the 0.4% damage leech is really crucial for this build. I recommend you run as many cruels as you can to make sure you have this enchant. Just a regular pair of gloves. Try resist. He didn't say anything about the pots. You can clearly use whatever you want, but I went with this sulfur flask, a diamond flask, granite flask, silver flask. That's series. Now I thought about getting a roomies, but I'm not sure if I want to go that route yet. So I'm just gonna stick with the granite. And of course you can do whatever you'd like. He also didn't really specify what kind of sockets to use. So I'm using a Curse on Hit with Assassin's Mark and Clarity. And my Herald of Ice. And, Lightning Warp. And these are just fills. I got Warlord, cast some damage taken, increased duration, and Immortal Call. Faster attacks with Fortify and Shield Charge. Increased duration with Valgrace. Valgrace is really good for this build. I really recommend it. The route I took, I went this way. And then I grabbed these. I went that way. In his video, he'll tell you to go this way. And then grab these. It's preference. You're gonna want first Snow Cobalt Jewels, 2 of them. They're really good for the build, and you need them for the extra 4 additional projectiles. They just add a lot of damage, so put 1 there and 1 there. When you go through the tree, you're going this way. You go grab these, come up, get Mind Over Matter, pick that up, go down here, get this, get your first jewel, come over. You basically, I just followed the route, and then come over here, grab these, come over here, grab this, then I finished this out, come over here, got some frenzy charges, Grab the acrobatics. We don't need this because it comes with perfect form. Grab these, grab those, came over here, grab this, grab these. Came over here, grab these. And I'll be grabbing this soon too. And if I get to 95, I'll pick up this jewel socket. I'll come over here and I'll pick up this jewel socket, and then I'll pick up this power charge, and that would be the build. So, Pohx did a really great job building this. I'm really satisfied with it, but I'll show you guys gameplay now. I have beaten Aziri with it, so we'll just run a rare course mouse. Just to give you guys an idea how much the build can do. The only thing I really try to avoid is Elemental Reflect. I recommend you do the same. It's really ridiculous, and I one-shot myself every time. So, base tooltip right now is 66,000. Fully buffed, it goes up to 200k. My gens are not level 20. So yeah, it has pretty good damage. Let's see. And I'm really happy with this build overall. Definitely recommended it. Getting some, I guess it's in lag spikes. I don't really know why. There's no boss I've avoided personally yet. Either, so. So yeah, it's I mean, it's a good build. I don't know what else to say really. I'm definitely happy with how it turned out. I ran lightning tendrils with barrier support until I found a freeze pulse. I didn't just straight up go get a freeze pulse. That's all. You can level however you want, though. I don't think that makes really a difference. How you get to endgame. Oh, I already went this way.
I must have time to gather my will.
And that one was melted. That boss was melted. This one's a little slower because I ran out of pots, but yeah. Alright, so as you can see, great damage, awesome Just fantastic first build for the league, for any league starter. And I recommend it anytime. I mean, it would probably be good as long as there's no changes to freeze pulse for the next league too. So, thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, go ahead and just follow. You can also find me on Twitch after 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm always playing some sort of game. I'll have that in the description below as well. So thank you guys, and have a good day, and Merry Christmas.